Look, I'm proud of my hair. I did it just for this video. Hey guys, for today's video, I decided to do an embarrassing moment video again. And yes, last time it was a fail because I filmed 3 of them, but I only put 1, and so it seemed weird when I said moments because there was only 1 moment, and that video is just really cringy and I didn't even explain everything right, and so I decided to film another one. And this time I legitimately have 5 things to show you because all of these of which have happened to me this year or a couple of years ago, and let me tell ya, they're very embarrassing. I hope you guys will enjoy this video and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of me. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first embarrassing moment that I've had so far was at my piano recital. And this might seem like really chill, you know. Most of the people there are just little kids and parents who would just want to see their kid and videotape them, post it on Facebook, you know, that kind of people. But me, being the awkward shy kid I was last year. Hold up, aren't you still an awkward shy kid? I was so nervous because it was like life or death for me. I don't know, maybe it's this orchestra kid in my head, but like still, I was really nervous. And I never practiced before, and I knew I kept forgetting everything because every time I kept practicing I would forget something, which is really weird. But yeah, so my theory is that I didn't practice at all and I was last. So this woman who was my piano teacher wanted me to be last because I was the best. And I already knew this coming into it, but like still, it's very nerve-wracking knowing that you're the last and you have to be the best. And so when I got up there, I'm already shaking. I shake whenever I get nervous, even in orchestra. Like, you do not want to see me in orchestra. Usually before a test, I end up shaking, having like a panic attack, end up crying. It's just very real. And so I'm up there and I'm shaking. It's all these little kids and I don't really honestly care. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm just like, until when I get up there, I start playing, you know. And then this little girl who I'd never seen in my life before, she's only like 5, and she's yelling,
"Her leg is shaking. Her leg is shaking."
And these 2 little girls keep like mentioning it, and my leg was shaking. I already knew that. Like, you guys didn't have to tell me, but it was so annoying. And so I was like gonna beat them up. And so I was like thinking about bad stuff in my head. And I stopped. And imagine your whole world is like crumbling and then you just want the world to swallow you up. That is how I felt in that moment. Till this day, I really don't like that little girl. And I don't like my teacher for making me last. So, yeah. Number 2 is my aftercare fail. So if you don't have aftercare in your school, what it is, it's just this program after school, as you can tell. And they just take care of you until your parents pick you up. And so me and my friends, they wanted me to mention them in this video. I'm pretty sure Mia was there, I remember, Izzy, Zoe, and Arlette, I think. We were trying to hide from my friend John. I don't know if he wants me to use his name. Let's call him Tortilla. And so we were hiding from Tortilla because we wanted to confuse him. We hid under this like fake rock thing. Apparently there was a lice breakout in our school. And so the teacher was telling us we were on the grass and it's turf, and so maybe bugs will get in it. We were just laying there chilling, you know, trying to hide. Our aftercare teacher, she comes up to us and she's like, "You guys, you can't be there. You can't sit on each other because you guys might have lice." And so then they start running, and me being like the late one, I don't realize what's happening. I'm like, should I run? No, I'll be chill here. But then I realized everybody's really running. So I started running, and so I was running, and then I fall on my face, and I'm just like there. And so for a little bit, nobody noticed me. I stayed there on the ground, and I was just like this. And so then Mia came, and she was trying to comfort me, so I got up, and then I went back down because everybody was looking at me. And the teacher was like, "I know this is really embarrassing, but are you okay?" No, I'm not okay. And so yeah, this is what happened to me. My knee is like all scabbed and everything. Number 3, it also involves Mia because she's just a cutie. And so this happened a few days ago, not even like a week ago. It happened like 2 days ago. Ever since I was little, I wanted this teacher because when you're in a Catholic school, you only know the people in your school. And so you really know the teachers, and you hear all the gossip and all the rumors about them. And so you basically know what your teacher's gonna be like. And so I always wanted her as a teacher. This year she was my history teacher, and she got to be my forensics teacher. And then she tells us she's leaving to be a principal at another school. And so I just start bawling with my friend Marianne. So the teacher stops comforting us, and then our friends come. And so then my friend Izzy, who was also in my other story, and Mia, who was also in my other story, they come and they try to comfort us. And so like I'm crying, and when I cry, it is not pretty. And so Mia's trying to comfort me, and she's like, Laura, you're so cute, and starts hugging me, and I'm like, Mia's just like laughing at me, and I can't. And so I start laughing at myself, and so you just see me like crying, snorting, all at the same time, and it's really, really weird. But I thought it was really embarrassing because everybody started looking at me. Number 4 is when I was at the dance. I'm not really sure if anybody saw me though. So we were all dancing, you know, having a nice time at this dance, you know, all this stuff, you know, when sometimes you get off balance. And my boots are like really stiff because they're like fake Doc Martens. And so I'm like spinning, and then my ankles like crack or something, and I end up sitting on the floor, and I'm like, wow. Like literally in that 2 moments, I thought I saw the light. And so I just went back up and I was like, hey, hey. Number 5 happened to me, I think, when I was 8 years old. I'm not really sure, but it was sometime in my karate phase. Anyways, during my karate phase, I had a lot of bloody noses, and I still do right now because I do live in Nevada. I know it is normal because Tana Mojo, she lives in Vegas too, and she always gets bloody noses, so I know it's normal. When I got my bloody nose, it was like non-stop. Oh, Hamilton. It was seriously not stopping at all. I was doing my jumping jacks, you know. I was being all casual, doing my splits. I don't know why they made us do the splits, but we had to do the splits. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting in my splits, and I'm like going like this, because we have our giant stick. That sounds really weird, but we have that giant stick thing. I forgot what it's called, but you use it to fight and stuff. And so I'm just sitting there in my splits, and I'm like, when are we gonna start fighting? And then my nose starts bleeding. At first it was just the right nostril. And so I'm like casual, I'm like, okay, I'll just hold it like this. I know how to keep a bloody nose in. I've done this so many times before, it's shown. But then my other nostril starts to bleed, and I'm like, what do I do? I'm sitting in my splits, I'm casually doing this. I don't know how to get out of it because I'm sitting like this. Like, what is happening? What is life? Literally. And I end up getting out of my splits, and I'm like, help, help. And so they put me in the front of the classroom, and they get a bunch of paper towels because I'm literally bleeding on myself. I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, I see the light. Oh wait, that's the fan. Everybody's looking at me, which is weird. Just like, pay attention to your karate stuff. Don't pay attention to the girl who's bleeding her nose out because she will put this in a story time video. And then it starts coming out of my mouth, and like everybody's like, what the? This nurse comes up and she's like, okay, plug both of your noses and you have to breathe out of your mouth, which is hard because it's bleeding. And so I'm sitting there with these 2 giant things up my nose. I'm like, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed indulging in my embarrassing moments part 2. And comment down below if you want any more of these, and make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already if you want to see more videos like this, or any videos about lifestyle, about random stuff. And like it if you like it if you hate it, like it if you don't have an opinion on it. And I guess that's my goodbye. Peace, homie.